A question I'm asked all the time is, when should I start Social Security benefits? And sometimes people say, shouldn't I just start them as soon as possible? Now, when they say that, they're usually thinking one of three things. Either they're going to retire before their full retirement age, and they want to start those benefits sooner so that they can replace the income that's going away. Or they just want to have benefits coming in because they know the Social Security Trust Fund is slated to run out in the future. Or they feel like they have a shorter life expectancy. And so they want to have benefits coming in sooner because they feel like they might not live long enough to get the benefit of waiting. And that could be based on their own health history or on their family longevity. Those are all three very good reasons to think about when to start benefits. And when you're thinking that through, I want you to think about some key things before you make a decision. Number one, what's your crossover point? The crossover point is that point in time where starting earlier for a lower amount and collecting that over the years versus waiting, getting a higher amount and collecting that over the years. The crossover point is that point in time in the future where the total amount you got is equal. That's usually in late 70s, early 80s for most people. And if you live beyond that crossover point, it's a little bit better to wait. And if you don't live beyond that crossover point, it's a little bit better to start sooner. That's based on just your own benefit. I also want you to consider your spousal benefit. Your combined you and your spouse together. What is the crossover point for the two of you? And how likely is it that your spouse will live beyond that point? And what survivor benefit would she be able to get or would he be able to get from your record? Once you've considered that, then also think about what other benefits can be turned on. If you have kids or grandkids that could turn on benefits, if you turn yours on, think about your cash flow and how Social Security will help cover it. But if you don't have it turned on yet, where you're going to cover it, what assets it's going to come from, what income it's going to come from, and think about the tax planning you're doing. Because when you turn on your Social Security, that's going to be taxable income. So if you're trying to minimize your tax planning, your taxable income because you're doing Roth conversions or other things like that, then turning on Social Security would eat into some of that. So you want to think about all those issues. Look at what's the best for you based on all of the things that impact your situation so that you can make the very best decision to be on your best path in retirement.